just want to set the stage here. So I'm obviously working remote, as most of us are these days. And you'll see that I have a Microsoft Team Room system that happens to be the Lenovo version in my home area here. I also have that connected to a monitor. And on top of the monitor, I have the Jabra Panicast camera, which allows me to basically get a 180-degree view of whatever environment I'm in, which is super handy in a scenario like this. So also in the room, I have an old school analog whiteboard that's leaned up against my windowsill here. And that's important because we see almost every conference room and every building within every customer that we visit, they have a number of different whiteboards like this or something similar within those rooms. And so the whole idea is with Microsoft's modern meeting experience, we want to make sure that even an analog whiteboard like this becomes an immersive experience inside of a room. And so how do we enable that? Well, we have a Microsoft Team Room system. We have an amazing camera like this Panicast camera from Jabra. Then we have the Logitech Brio camera. And this Logitech Brio is acting as a content capture camera for that Microsoft Team Room system. And so you'll see that I simply just pointed randomly at this whiteboard, and I want to show you how this brings this whiteboard to life for everybody who happens to be a remote participant, and I'm wanting to have them share the whiteboard with me. So watch this. I'm going to come over here to the MTR, and I'm going to simply enable this content capture camera. You'll see that it immediately finds and discovers that whiteboard that's leaned up against the window. It then crops it, brings it right into view. And this is where things get pretty amazing. So one of the things that I do, by the way, this is the whiteboard session that I walk customers through to describe and help them understand how with Skype for Business, the way that it was architected was not taking advantage of all of our investments that we made in infrastructure from the 50-something data centers we have scattered throughout the world, and probably more importantly, all the dark fiber that is running between each of those data centers. And so we're able to control quality of service on all of that traffic where Skype for Business. The overwhelming majority of that traffic went across the internet, which, as we all know, you cannot control quality of service. So that's why, without doing anything, Teams is going to give you well over 40% of an increase in quality, reliability, and consistency without having to do anything to your network if you compare Teams with Skype for Business. So now, one of the things that I can do is I can come in here and say hello. And notice what happens. As soon as I take my arm away, we digitally enhance that ink. We bring it to life. It actually looks better digitally broadcast to all the remote participants. And then we have this translucent experience. So as people continue to walk in front of the whiteboard, it's still something that everybody feels included in when they are part of this meeting as a remote participant. And so, again, I can come in here and say, now with Teams, everybody is much happier. And so now, as soon as I do that and I come over here and do this, you'll see the translucent nature of that whiteboard. So, there you go. Content capture camera connected to an amazing Microsoft Team Room system powered by the Logitech Brio camera and the Jabra Panicast camera. That is a modern meeting, folks.